Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. I don't usually have people over at this time. It's my banana time. And I take that very seriously. Anyways, while you're here, I might as well talk to you about the famous theater technique, Chekhov's gun. Why, you might ask? Anton Chekhov was a Russian playwright born in 1860. He started writing daily short stories in order to support his family. These humorous stories earned him a bit of fame and respect, enough to get recognized by other famous authors at the time. One of them, Dmitry Grigorovich, wrote Chekhov a letter praising him for his work, but also suggesting that he stepped away from the daily writing format to focus more on the quality of his work, since Dmitry felt it was limiting Chekhov's potential. Chekhov took this advice to heart and soon shifted away from daily writing. Eventually, after being commissioned to do so, Chekhov began writing several plays. These plays were well received for their realistic, Stanislavski-esque dialogue and acting, but that's not what's most important about them. While writing these plays, Chekhov first came up with the important theater principle of Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's gun is a principle for writing that states that every single element in a play must be essential to the play, and if an element does not add to the overall story, it should be removed. The most famous example of this principle comes from Chekhov's 1896 play The Seagull, where the main character introduces a gun at the beginning of the play and uses it at the end of the play. If the gun was introduced in the play but never fired, it would be in direct violation of Chekhov's gun. To fix this, you could either remove the gun entirely or make sure that it does eventually get fired. This principle is useful because it keeps plays focused and clear and stops your audience from being confused or disappointed that something really cool set up earlier never came back. Now, Chekhov's gun was originally intended to be useful for writing plays, but this technique was so helpful and influential that it extends past the stage and can be found in movies, TV shows, and books. And while this technique is meant to apply to writing, I believe that it could also be applied to acting. Every single action that you choose to take must help build the story. If it does not advance or impact your character or the overall story at large, you shouldn't do it, or should do something else instead. Now, while Chekhov's gun is a very widely accepted and used technique, there are some points in which people choose not to use it. The red herring, another literary trope or principle, is the direct opposite of Chekhov's gun. A red herring is something put into a story that seems important, but is merely a distraction and does not really serve any overall purpose. Additionally, some writers might find that Chekhov's gun limits them from fleshing out the world and adding fun details. Ernest Hemingway was someone who felt this way. Personally, I love Chekhov's gun. I think it is a simple principle to make sure that your stories are focused, and it allows for great comedic moments by setting up a joke at the beginning of a work and then having it return at the end, after the audiences have forgotten about it. While writing the script for the video, I even had Chekhov's gun in mind, making sure to remove bits that didn't quite fulfill the exact requirements of this project. One of the best examples of Chekhov's gun that I have found in theater has to be The Play That Goes Wrong. More specifically, the entirety of the set for The Play Goes Wrong. At the beginning of the play, you can see that the set has many fine details and intricacies that you might not give a second thought to at all. But over the course of the play, every single background element and detail will be used at least once in some manner, having it go comedically wrong in an interesting and funny way. And it's just really great. It's a great play. You should watch it if you haven't. Somehow, I don't know how. Watch it! It might be the play that goes wrong, but it does so many things right. Anyways, I think that just about wraps up everything. I've said just about everything I can say about Chekhov's gun. And I think you should leave, actually. I'm gonna get out of here.
Whoa! Oh, slip on the banana peel for me. Oh, goodness. Get it. Whoa! Slip on the banana peel. Ow! Whoa! How did this keep happening? Whoa! I think you can get my hands slip on the banana peel.